Arizona Western College since 1970. Thank you for listening. What's Up Yuma is next. It's 10 o'clock.
Got wheels you don't need? KAWC and Border Radio's car donation program takes more than just cars. We might take your trucks, RVs, buses, ATVs, motorcycles, maybe even that Humvee or dusty old tractor. Your donation supports local programming and clears out your garage. So learn more at kawc.org/cars.
What's up, Yuma? I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And on today's program, we are going to be joined by Sandy Curtis from Yuma Preschool.
Yeah, she's going to talk about the history of Yuma Preschool and how it came to her.
Yeah, and my sister, I know she worked there for some time, so she was there and she absolutely loved it. So we're going to talk to her about that. And we're also going to feature Jennifer Crain from the Family Room. Yeah. She originally reached out to me a while back, and I was like, okay, as soon as I see a building, then we'll talk. Yep. And she got the building.
Opening. Yeah, that's right.
They're here. So stay with us for What's Up Yuma Radio, beginning right now on KOFA 94.7 FM.
And streaming right now online through the KAWC YouTube and Border Radio Facebook pages. And shoot us an email to whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma Electric Service, LLC, serving the Yuma area for more than 25 years. YumaElectricServiceLLC.com.
Chili from Philly. Unique Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome to another episode of What's Up Yuma Radio. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ronnie.
And on today's program, as promised, we are joined by Sandy Curtis. Good morning, Sandy.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So in the show, we like to go back and find out how people either ended up here or if they were born here. So a little bit, I looked into your bio. You came here in 1972.
That's correct.
From a beautiful location called San Diego.
San Diego to Yuma, Arizona.
Yeah.
In August.
In August.
You're like, what did I do?
Oh, yeah.
We're in August now.
Yeah.
Yes. It doesn't feel too good. Unless today was okay.
Yeah.
Today's
not too
okay.
bad.
Yesterday, not too bad.
It was a little bit of a shock.
But coming from San Diego, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You said military?
My dad was in the military, lieutenant commander, retired. So he was actually stationed out here in Yuma. So we all packed up and moved. So I was a freshman in high school.
Oh, my God.
Freshman in high school. You're in San Diego. Did you like San Diego?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You had all your friends there.
All the beach.
You had your friends.
So I was young, so I didn't have a big social scene going on.
Okay.
But all that it brings, we loved the weather, the beach. My mom did a lot with us like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then you end up in Yuma in August. What was that like? Your first experience
in Yuma? Shocked, like we would take water from the sink and put it in the refrigerator to get it cold to drink. It was like that was pointless, right? Because in San Diego, the water's fresh and cold and little things like that.
Exactly.
But it was a good experience. I liked Yuma moving here, and the COFA was great.
So once you get past August, and then so you end up you're at COFA 1972. You're a freshman at COFA. What do you remember from COFA those days, being a freshman in 1972?
Well, so the whole look with the peer group was a lot different than San Diego culture.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what did you notice right away?
Everybody was very casual and not normal, but like relaxed look.
Okay.
You mean
we wore
here?
Dresses in San Diego, and back they don't make them anymore. But nylons, we dressed up for school.
Okay.
So I came here and I was like, okay, I'm really out of place. So I learned, really quickly not to dress like that anymore, especially in August.
So you had a little bit more of a fashion sense.
Yes.
Okay. And I know that about California. Like I could always tell when particularly a female comes here from like San Diego, right? I could tell like, oh, she looks different. Like something's different. Like she's dressed up a little bit different. And I go like, are you from here? Nope, not from here. And I think though, it's because it's hot here. Yeah. So you want to be casual as possible, right? We're used to most heat. Right. So, sense. I know in San Diego, they wear flip-flops a lot and stuff, but here it's like, you shorts and flip-flops. That's totally acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you wear flip-flops here in December.
Right.
Yeah.
You really do.
And I'm fine with it.
Yep.
So you noticed that the fashion was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And so a little bit of a culture shock to a degree.
Yeah. But The other students, I made friends right away. They were very accepting of, so I had an older sister and a younger sister that were all pretty much the same age. And I fit right in. I mean, that's a hard age to accept people. I was an outsider, kind of but no, and there's some of them are still my friends today.
Aw.
Today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Give a shout out to some of them.
Yeah.
If you,
Beth.
Hi, Beth.
What's up, Beth?
Hodges, Teresa
Okay.
Fox, Kathy
Wow.
Badgley. I'm trying to think of their maiden Mary names.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
there's a whole bunch of them. Diane Laguna, Peralta.
Well, you're very social, so I'm not surprised you fit in right away. You're very friendly.
Yeah, I just said I didn't know any other way to be.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I just
Good.
So 1970, you get here, you're a freshman. You like KOFA?
Yeah, I did.
You,
So back then we only had the choice between
Yes.
Yuma and KOFA.
yeah, and KOFA's always better than
And we were
better
closer.
choice. So.
Everyone's like,
I have no bias. I
Yeah.
didn't go to either.
She went to Cibola.
I went to Cibola.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I'm the outsider here. Yeah.
But so back then, what were your dreams? What'd you want to be? You're in high school.
Yeah,
You came from a place where fashion was a thing. You
Right,
came to a
right.
place where fashion's not a thing,
Right.
casual. But what was your hopes? What were
Well,
your,
so back then there wasn't a lot of pressure on students
Mhm.
to find out what degree, where do you want to go? What do you want to pursue? So I just kind of knew I wanted a degree.
Yeah.
okay.
I wanted a degree in college. College was a big thing back then. I know there's a lot of other options nowadays that
Mhm.
I'm not pushing college. There's a lot of other great avenues to go to, but I knew I wanted college and I thought I needed it for backup. If I ever needed, how you think when you're that
Yeah.
age, I need a degree. I might need it for backup if I have to get a job or what if my husband's disabled or whatever,
Yeah.
you just
Whatever.
thinking of the future.
Yeah.
Right. So I went to Flagstaff for 2 years and got all my basics out of the way because my older sister was there and I didn't really want to do the ASU Phoenix scene. But then I transferred down to U of A and graduated.
Okay, but
U of A.
with what? What was your major?
Fashion merchandising.
So that's where we're.
And I don't even think that degree exists anymore.
Oh, wow.
To be honest with you.
Really?
So do you think that was originally because of the fashion that you had from San Diego coming over here? So you liked that, you enjoyed it.
So with a fashion degree, merchandising degree, you could be a buyer.
Yep.
For
Yeah.
department stores or just be a buyer in general. And I was really fascinated by that. So I wasn't sure that's what I was going to do. I'm in Yuma. So I thought, still, just do it. It's what I think even with work, if you're doing something you love and you like, it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
school. It doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
So that's the way I went.
So what was it like there when you got to U of A and you're taking this degree? You're on your way to either be a buyer or what was that like for you?
I loved it. It was very challenging. I mean, we did stuff like flat pattern design, making a piece of clothing with nothing. And we had to make a pattern and make it and then model it for the class, if you can imagine. I made a tennis skirt, a tennis dress, I mean.
Is that you're proud of
that's what I
that?
made.
That's your creation.
But yeah, no, I was gun ho, ready to go.
So you're learning about this. So you're in a form of, I guess, education now. So that's kind of a big a leap. But so let's go back to this.
Okay.
So you're there, you're doing fashion. What tells you like this isn't for me? What part is it? Because it sounds like you like it.
Yeah. So with the fashion part of it, that was just a small part of it. They actually tagged on business. We had a huge core of business classes we had to take. And we're all fashion merchandising people. And we even went to the professor like, hey, this is not how our mind's working.
So you're talking about you're more of a creative person.
Yes.
You're creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so the teacher's like, I'm sorry, I can't grade on the curve because the person in the class that's got the highest grade is one of you. It's a fashion merchandise. I'm like, oh, great. Who just ruined it for us? But no, so what happened?
Get them.
Yeah. So what happened was I actually kind of got away from the fashion end a little bit and became more interested in the business aspect.
So even though that wasn't your natural state, you did get more involved in the business. Okay.
Right. I became really advertising was so fun.
Oh, so you liked advertising?
Yes,
You like marketing?
marketing.
Okay, promotion, stuff like that. Yeah.
Putting projects together. That just was way more fascinating to me than the fashion at this point. And I felt like I could do more with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So did you
Yeah.
switch your major?
No,
Or
no,
you just
so it
kept
was
going?
part of it. So I was
Oh.
lucky. Yeah, it was all part of the whole
Sweet.
major.
That's cool.
So it was kind of nice. It wasn't just one subject. It
yeah.
went off on different levels. So
Okay.
then I graduated in, I don't even know, 79, I
Mhm.
think, from UVA.
Okay,
Oh.
so then did you get into that world at all? Like, so
No.
79, you
She's all,
graduated.
then I was done.
You graduated, you got a degree,
Right.
you know business, you
Right.
know a little bit about fashion,
Right.
and you say, man, chuck it all.
Yeah. So no, then I got married.
Okay, so you got
There
married.
we go. Okay, got married.
That's what happened. No,
Start-
wait,
yeah.
so what,
But I
79?
had
When'd you
my-
get married?
But I had my degree, 79.
79. Okay,
But you
so you got married.
fulfilled your goal.
Right.
You had your
So then
degree.
I had
something to fall
three-
back on.
3 children before and done at 27.
Oh my goodness.
But this is how my got kind of involved.
You could say it.
Okay.
It's- Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so my girls were little, and I know they needed to be around other children,
yes.
like the preschool concept.
Mhm.
So I actually worked at Yuma Preschool as a teacher.
Oh, okay.
wow.
Then the directorship came available,
Hmm.
and then the ownership came available.
Mhm.
So I actually have worn many, many hats. I've been a parent, a teacher, and administrator.
Wow.
So that's how that all happened.
So okay, so you end up there just because kids, you have your own.
you want them
You-
to socialize.
Yeah. So this is an important part.
Yeah.
So then you apply.
I was asked,
You were asked by who?
the owner.
The
at the
owner.
time.
Oh, okay. So who was the owner at
I-
that time? You said it started off air. You're
So,
telling me 1982.
1982,
Wow.
Rita Brockbank built the school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably really the only preschool in town, maybe some
Mhm.
Head Starts, but
Mhm.
not a preschool per se. And we've always called ourselves a preschool, not daycare.
Mhm.
Big difference, you know.
So when you were a teacher, did you love doing that?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
with the little ones,
The little babies.
and my 2-year-old would be in there with me, Constance, and she followed me everywhere. She was called Shadow.
Oh,
So, and I knew that's just what I wanted to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
You love kids.
Mhm.
So how long were you a teacher again?
Like 2 years.
Yeah.
And then the directorship came available. And then I was only director for maybe a year or two, and then I bought it.
Wow.
So in
That's
preschool,
fast.
so preschool, you said you call it a preschool,
Mhm.
not a daycare. What do you teach as a teacher to the young ones?
The little
The
ones.
little ones.
Right. So not so much the academic.
Yeah.
I mean, we present it. If a 2-year-old wants it, they're going to get
Wow,
it.
that
Mhm.
But we don't say now, what is that? It's more about with the little ones, it's sharing,
Hmm.
being away from mom, dad, taking direction from another adult,
Mhm.
you know, trying to get some sort of structure, because as they get older
Mhm.
and even into public school, structure is important.
Yes.
You have to have some control. And even as adults, we need structure.
No.
But as they get older, like with my pre-K and my 3-year-old, we're all about creativity.
Mhm.
We're all about learning through being curious. That's, one of my posts was, what do 5-year-olds, 95% of 5-year-olds have in common with Albert Einstein?
What?
Creative curiosity.
Yeah.
What happens when we're adult? Only
Yeah.
2%.
Oh, that's horrible.
Because we,
Yeah, it goes away. It definitely goes away.
uh,
Yeah.
So the thing with me, I'm stubborn
Mhm.
and hard-headed.
Okay.
So mine never went away.
Okay.
Yeah, like I would be very creative, and my teachers would actually hate it because they would try to give me some of the structure, and I'm like, no, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be all right. Yeah.
Right.
And so I
So you
would-
don't listen.
no, I don't listen. I'm glad I didn't listen to them, or I wouldn't end up here.
exactly.
But I kept that curiosity going.
Exactly.
I go, and I'm like, I know if I just keep this going,
Mhm.
that I'm going to be okay.
Right.
There's something
Right.
in me that's like calling or
Yeah.
like put this here.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I'm going to pull on this thread and keep
Right.
asking questions.
Mhm.
And they would hate that I asked so many questions.
Yeah.
So
can get
many
that. I
questions.
get that with
Yeah.
my 7-year-old. I'm like, I don't really know that answer
I know.
to
Oh my gosh,
why
yes.
do we do this or that? Google
Oh,
it.
Yeah, back before there was Chat GPT and Google and all that.
Yes.
The
Can you
kids,
get a little bit closer to the mic?
the
Sorry.
kids would go, Miss Sandy, do polar bears hibernate? I'm like,
I actually don't know.
oh, you know what? Yeah, they do. I'm like going, oh gosh, they better not
I
go
hope
home.
so. I hope
Don't
so.
Tell
ask
their
me
mom
how, when,
Yeah.
what
I
do
ask them
you
the
do?
craziest questions, and they're not trying to put me on a spot.
No,
They
no, they're
really
They want to
curious.
know.
Right.
They're
That's
curious.
like my 7-year-old,
Mhm.
but Bo is like a walking encyclopedia.
Yes.
He remembers crazy
gosh.
facts. Or I'm like,
That's-
ask your dad.
Yep.
That's what I say.
Yep.
Ask your dad.
Yeah. So I'd like to encourage that with kids.
Yes.
So since I was that way, I really like to, even though it does get like, it could be wearing on you and like stuff like that. It's like, okay, I'm a little annoyed right now, but don't stop.
Nope.
Don't stop what you're doing. Keep that. Yeah. Cause that's going to carry you through the rest of your life.
There's no clear cut way to do everything exactly a certain way. If somebody wants to color Johnny's face blue and the sky brown, who cares? Yeah.
No, that's for sure. And I was the one, like, they would say, like, do it in the lines. And I'm like, I'm not going to. No. I don't like to do it in the lines. This is how I do it. And like, if you're going to give me a bad grade, I don't care. This is how I'm going to do it. Yep. So that's pretty cool that so you even now you kind of instill that.
Yeah, we do a lot of teaching through play, math concepts, everything, literary, language, arts, STEM. They don't even know they're learning. They're playing.
That's what's so awesome about that.
We want them prepared academically, socially, emotionally. It's not just all about ABCs. You're going to get that, but are you going to be self-assured? You're going to be confident?
Those are definitely keys. That what gets you by. Yeah. Knowledge can do so much, but if you don't have it inside, then it's not going to really matter. No. So at this point in the conversation, you said director. I'm
the director.
The director. Okay.
Director.
So when we come back, we're going to take a short break. Okay. We're going to find out how you ended up owning the whole thing. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, then we're going to do that. All right. We're talking to Sandy Curtis. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Yuma Electric Service, LLC, serving the Yuma area for more than 25 years. Specializing in residential and commercial wiring, services also include EV charging unit installs and solar-ready service panel upgrades. Information and consultation appointments at yumaelectricservicellc.com.
This is Cecilia Holland-Braithwaite from the KAWC newsroom. A cloudy day in Yuma expected with a high near 97 degrees, winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour, could gust up to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming clear with a low of 81 degrees. You have 24/7 access to local and international news at KAWC.org. You can also take KAWC with you through our app, which you can download from Google Play or the App Store.
Blood services provider Vitalant is hosting blood drives at Yuma locations on an ongoing basis. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. This could be a little girl in the ICU or a mother with stage 3 leukemia. Donations of all blood types, especially O, are needed. Appointments at donors.vitalant.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here talking to Sandy Curtis, the owner of Yuma Preschool. And when we left off, you were the director. So did you like that position, being the director?
I did.
So were you removed from the kiddos at that point as a director? Or
yes.
Okay, yes. So you were.
Yes, I was in the office, but there's only so much administrative work you need to do at that level. So I would do what I could and get back into the room and visit and play and then get back to my office. It was mainly being in the office in case anybody came in and they needed help or whatever. But I did all, and still today, I try to do everything I can to get done, to get back in there, hang out.
So how long were you director?
About 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. So what year is this now?
Okay, so I bought the school in 79. So we're looking at probably 78, maybe?
Well, no, you bought it in 89, right?
Oh, 89. I'm sorry. I think when I graduated.
Yeah, it's all good. Mm-hmm. It's all good. Mm-hmm. So 80 what?
Like probably 88.
About 88.
Yes.
Okay. And so then some issues happened with the school.
Correct. The previous owner had to she was not allowed to run it anymore, and it was put up for sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put up for sale, and you said, why not?
I said, let's go for it.
Were you scared?
Well, I was 32.
Were you nervous?
And
you were 32. Okay.
I didn't know better.
Okay, but you do know have some.
It's all good now.
You have some business savvy from the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know how to get into business up to it a little bit,
And back then, as far as the state is concerned. I didn't need to have a degree in education, but now you do.
To buy a school?
To be a director.
Oh, to be a
Okay.
director.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was kind of just. It wasn't that. I still don't know how important it is, but anyway.
Mhm.
I don't-
Yeah, but you're there.
Yeah,
you bought it.
It goes up for sale, and you say, "I'm going to buy it." Why?
Because I felt like it was my authentic self, my real self said, "This is you. This is what you're going to do. You want to be around your kids. You want to be around all these little kids. Once you're with them all day long, I mean, it sounds like overwhelming. Some parents are like, how do you do it? And I go, it's just, it's the way we do it. It's not how do we do it.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a whole way you approach these little ones.
Mhm.
It's different when you're a parent, just like I'm a grandmother. It's different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Grandma's.
Oh my
different,
gosh,
yeah.
I see my mom so
Yeah.
different with my
Yeah.
kids. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Completely different.
But I know a lot of like older people that are grandparents and they
Mhm.
say this is their second
Yeah.
chance at parenting.
Right.
It's just really love.
Right.
It's a lot different
Right.
when it's not your child.
Right. You don't have to be quite as strict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandkids went to Yuma Preschool. Claire, my youngest here in Yuma, she's 3.5. She's there right now.
Mhm.
Oh,
They
okay.
call me Goga. So
Goga?
sometimes she calls me Goga. So sometimes the other kids will go, hey, Goga.
Ah,
So I answer to anything.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Like, yeah,
answer
it's
to
like, whatever.
anything. Oh my gosh.
So when you took it over,
Right.
was there any changes that you made to it? Was there something that like, I think we could do this a little bit better or
Mhm.
improve, or what was it like when you took it over
Right. I
as the
pretty
owner?
much implemented my own policy,
Mhm.
rewrote the handbook. Some things that I felt were too strict, but because that's okay, because
Ah.
everybody runs their business their own way. I
Sure.
lightened up on.
So there was some
Okay.
strictness.
Well, like I like an open door policy with the parents.
Oh, okay.
And if talk to me, I mean, of course, talk to the child's teacher if it's regarding that. And if it's something they can't handle, they'll direct them to me. But literally my office door is always open.
Mhm.
And I have a really good, relationship with my families.
Okay. And that
Good.
wasn't the case
No,
before.
not quite.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there was a
I think
little
it's
bit.
important.
Yeah, there was a little bit of
It's
a
important,
difference there.
Yeah, for Yuma. Yuma wants that kind of camaraderie, friendship.
So what?
Yeah.
Let's
I
touch
agree.
on that a little bit. Why do you think that? Like with Yuma, I believe you. I think you're
Yeah,
100%
yeah.
correct. But elaborate a little bit more.
There's a lot of history here and a lot of roots and a lot of families that have, like with my in-law, Mr. Curtis. I mean,
Mhm.
he's just like the history and everything he's brought to you.
Yeah, huge name
Huge.
in
Yeah.
Yuma.
And-
Citrus, correct?
And my son's really actively involved in the company. I just feel like blood is really blood,
Mm-hmm.
and there's such a tight knit and there's a good support. You see how Yuma supports people?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I couldn't believe that could ever be true.
So since it's the cultures out there like that, supporting and very together, you wanted that also inside.
Mhm.
Open door policy. Come see me, talk to me.
Right.
We're all family.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Everything can be resolved. There's
Sure.
no yes or no answer. Some things, if it's state regulation, yes, but generally I bend,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mhm.
because every family, the situation's a little different, and you have to keep that in mind.
I like
Mhm.
that. You're open-minded, you're flexible, you don't know everything,
Nope.
and you're willing to always
Mhm.
learn and grow.
I've gotten some great ideas from parents.
That's awesome. You're like,
Like,
hey,
wow.
I didn't even think of that.
Think of
All
that. No.
right.
No.
And it is important because sending my kids there before and
Mhm.
then my daughter's in preschool now, I have
Right.
to be able to talk to the teacher.
Yes.
If I'm not able to, why would I feel safe sending
Uh-uh.
her there whatsoever?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, it has to be very genuine and honest.
Yeah. So was your husband on board with you buying?
Yeah, he wrote the check.
Yeah, I was going to ask that, but I didn't know. Like, yeah,
Is
'cause
that
I know-
nosy?
the last name. So I'm pretty sure there was some money behind that. So
But it was like we got a screaming deal though, because
Oh, yeah.
the bank
You
doesn't
said-
want
yeah, it was
Yeah.
bankruptcy is
Right,
what it
right.
went into.
Yeah.
right, and they want their money. They don't want a preschool.
Mhm.
So
we
he's like,
made-
take it.
we made an offer. They go sold.
Yeah.
Hell
Wow.
Wow, maybe we should have gone lower. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
We gave in too soon. Take it.
we take it back.
Actually, I only want to pay a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
Oh.
But okay, so you make that policy. How many students or how many kids do you have at that point in time when you took it over?
We were full.
Full. So what's full?
Oh,
though?
85. I'm licensed for 85.
So
Okay.
so you've consistently been full at 85?
No,
Not
No.
anymore.
Oh.
no. So, because competition.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Into
now
play.
there's a bunch of
Yeah.
preschools.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really lots of competition. Then of course, the work dynamic. of the mom and the dad. That all changed.
Mhm.
You know, maybe moms were staying home more,
Mm.
but they still would bring them for my morning program,
Mhm.
at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
But, and then COVID really did a lot to
Yeah.
us, but now I'm rebuilding. So
Mhm.
it's fun.
So you when you took it over, it was completely full.
Mhm.
Okay.
But no wait list.
Oh, okay.
Full, no
No
wait
wait list.
list.
And then because other schools started coming, now I
Mhm.
was full with a wait list in 2019
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
because I completely revamped everything.
What
Brought
did
in
you
software
do?
programs.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to
Oh.
do, as any business, you cannot be aware of technology and software programs. And I was. I even told people, no, I don't do that. I'm at the time 65. We don't do that. My
Mhm.
generation doesn't do that.
My
And
generation.
they're like, you need to do that.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing ever.
And I think I did notice a difference with one of my boys. We would sign in pencil, sign in the name.
Yep.
And then for the next one, it was like a tablet.
Right. Bright
So-
wheel. Mhm.
With the code.
Yeah.
You have to
Yep.
put your code
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
to get your child.
So that was really out of my comfort zone, learning all that.
Mm.
So outside of your comfort zone,
Mhm.
technology comes in, and then you said you noticed a difference, though, like more people started to because it was maybe easier. There was
Mhm.
what was it about the software that
Right,
made it
right.
more?
Well, the one software program I use, it actually brings the parent, not physically, of course, but
Mhm.
into the preschool.
Mhm.
They can message us. We
Yep.
can message them. We can take pictures of little Johnny comes in sad today.
So communication.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
best,
huge.
but it's awesome when you get a picture and they're having
Yeah.
a great time and
Yes.
you're like, oh,
yeah.
my heart.
Because,
Yeah.
and the parents you have to go to work and you're like,
Yeah.
God, I hope they're doing good today.
Yep.
I wonder what's going on. So that's a really great way to communicate.
Mhm.
I've been very happy with that program.
Yeah. So then it sounds like I was saying, communication was really the key. Now technology provides a level of that
Yeah.
and makes the parents maybe feel a little
Yeah.
bit safer.
Yes.
It makes them feel like they have some control. That it's
Mhm.
like they're not just dropping their kids
Right.
off somewhere.
Mhm.
Well, because I have 1-year-olds now, can you imagine? You want some reassurance
Mhm.
that they're not hurt and no
Yeah,
one's
'cause
telling
that's
me,
so
are they
little.
happy? Or are they
Yeah.
eating? Are they napping?
Mhm.
So you take as young as one.
Mhm. Yes.
So what's it like with the 1-year-olds?
Whole
Loud?
different ball game.
Yeah.
Whole different ball game. Tell me the ball game.
It's actually not loud because they aren't talking.
Yeah,
Oh, they don't know how to talk yet. They're like,
yeah.
So we had
That's true.
we only have 3 1-year-olds right now. We have
Okay.
another one. She turned 2, but it's cute. They're just wobbly, learning to walk,
Mhm.
and I mean they're fascinated with everything. They could just walk into the room and look around, and they're happy.
Mhm.
So they're very easy.
So it's easy with the
Yeah.
1-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now let's talk
you
about
would think
4-year-olds.
that it's
No, I'm
not.
kidding.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
you would
oh,
think
wait a-
1-year-old isn't.
No,
but
yeah.
wow,
yeah.
so the 4-year-olds are the crazy
Oh
ones.
yeah, they got the personality, they got the mouth,
Mhm.
they got the ideas,
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
they want to teach,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
and the reason why I have a 1-year-old, so
Okay.
that's why I was asking, maybe for tips or pointers. But
Yeah.
And I have a
So-
4-year-old.
Yeah.
yeah,
so
she has
I-
she has the mouthy one.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
4 going on 40.
Yep.
It's like,
See?
where did you learn this sass, dude?
Well,
Not me. From his dad, for her dad.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah. We hear a lot of stuff. Who taught you that? My dad says it in the truck. I'm like,
Yeah,
That is
Okay,
so
never mind.
funny.
yeah. Okay, so the future
Yeah.
of Yuma Preschool.
okay.
And anything on the horizon or stuff that you do, some programs you offer?
Well, I'm constantly looking for new ways, and I just revamped my whole pre-K curriculum. It's phenomenal. I invite anybody to come in, even if you don't have a preschooler, and let me show it to you. It's stuff you can do at home.
Mhm.
They're just thriving. They want more. They want more in today's time.
Yeah.
We don't do technology with them because I don't think it's appropriate at this age. But I'm now that I have the 1-year-old program, I'm going to build on that.
You're building up
I'm
the
building
okay.
on that. Mhm.
Cool.
So it's really exciting. I'm really happy. I was reluctant, like with everything.
Mhm.
I did it, and
Mhm.
I'm patting myself on the back. Good for you, because
So
I'm happy. I
Why
did.
were you reluctant about the 1-year-olds if
Because-
they're easy?
Well, no, because of all that's required with the state.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Rules and
there's
regulations, and you got to do
Gotcha.
this, you got to do that, and
Yeah.
and which the state is just there to help
yeah,
us.
absolutely, yeah,
But you're still like, oh, the state's here, you
yeah,
get that.
yeah. That feeling.
But if you're
yeah.
doing your job, and I like it when they come in because they give me reminders. I'm like,
Exactly. I
I
love
don't-
that. You love feedback. You
Yeah.
love hearing what you can improve
right.
on.
It's the only way that I can keep the school safe, kids happy, parents happy. you know.
And I have a quick question before we're done.
Okay.
What is it like to see like a prior pre-K now as an adult?
Oh my gosh. So I was telling Johnny earlier, we have multiple alumni.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Last year we had 8 alumni bringing their children. Today, I think right now we have 4. My son's one of them. My kids all went there. But when I see them out and about, even when they're little, they go, "Hey, you go to my school, don't you?" I go, "Yeah, I do."
You go to my school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I own it.
Yeah. And then, but we'll have like kids that graduate come in.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you?"
Cool.
And then we have pictures all over the school when class pictures, and they're always looking for themselves. It's fun.
And just
beautiful.
we're off topic. How many kids you have?
Myself?
Yes.
3.
3 kids. And you mentioned Constance is one of them.
Constance and Candace.
Yeah. So Constance reached out to me. I'm supposed to, it reminded me, I'm supposed to take one of her course. Like she does like a coaching thing or something. She offered me a free session.
Yeah.
So it reminded me, I haven't got back to her. So
Oh,
I
you got
apologize, Constance.
Oh,
If you're,
no.
yeah. If you're listening.
She's a real go-getter. So
Mm.
Candace is my oldest. She's an interior designer. She's
Oh,
45.
nice.
Okay.
And Constance is my middle, 43.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then my baby is Kyle.
The baby boy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being
I'm
with us.
so excited. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that you're learning
were
the
awesome.
history
Yes.
and about Yuma Preschool and how you got here
Yep.
from San Diego
That's
and you
Right.
stuck through
And
it.
you're still here.
And I'm
You're
still
still here.
here. See,
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. All right. And with
Thank
that, we're
you.
going to take a break. We'll be back with Jennifer from the Family Room. You're listening to 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Sunrise Cleaning, serving the Yuma area's residential and commercial cleaning needs. Sunrise exclusively uses eco-friendly cleaning products and provides specialty services such as solar panel cleaning and pressure washing. More information and appointment booking at sunrisecleaningaz.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Pat Mitchell-Worley, and coming up next time on Bill Street Caravan, we have John Kilser. And our feature host, Robert Gordon, will continue his look at the history of high records. That's all coming up next time on Bill Street Caravan.
This evening at 7 p.m. on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
Monster Mash, a Halloween party benefiting Hospice of Yuma, will take place on October 31st at the Hilton Pivot Point Center. The event will include dancing, a raffle, appetizers, and contests with prizes. Details, tickets, and sponsorship information is available by calling 928-343-2222.
For KAWC News in Yuma, I'm Victor Calderon. A Republican candidate for Arizona Attorney General appears to have announced a Yuma endorsement that is not correct. Rodney Glassman is running against fellow Republican Warren Peterson in the GOP primary. Peterson is currently the Arizona Senate president. Democratic Attorney General Chris Mays is running for re-election. In a post on X on August 20th, Glassman wrote, quote, "I'm proud to have the support of Yuma County Sheriff Leon Wilmot and over 30 police associations across Arizona," end quote. A spokeswoman for Sheriff Wilmot's office said he has not endorsed Glassman. In a statement to KAWC, Tanya Pavlak wrote, quote, "The sheriff does not endorse any candidate. The sheriff supports all candidates in running for office as long as they are qualified to perform such duty as the office requires." For KAWC, I'm Victor Calderon.
The Mexican Consulate in Yuma is presenting the exhibition Retrospective 1988 to 2021 by artist Antonio Munoz, representing more than 33 years of the artist's work. The collection can be experienced from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekdays through September at the Cesar Chavez Cultural Center in San Luis, Arizona.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here joined now by Jennifer Crain from the Family Room. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And okay, You originally, I think you hit me up a while back, maybe when I was getting ready to start the show.
Yeah.
Originally, and you were talking about this big idea that you had, and I was like, "That's a big idea. That's a lot."
It was,
you know.
yeah.
And so I am a very cautious when it comes to this. I've been doing radio about 14 years, 15 years, so I'm just very cautious who I have on, because it's like I don't know. I have to vet to make sure there's actually some context behind the big idea. So I said, let's wait. We would get you on until you actually have a building or something. And I think you have a building for this thing you call the Family Room.
Yes, we're opening September 9th. Yes.
You're opening September 9th. So, okay.
I have a building and all the things.
Dream
and all the things. On the things.
She did it.
Yeah, all the
Congratulations.
things. Thank you.
So I just wanted to give some context out there. So about that, because I didn't know, it was an unknown. And then, but I did ask you, like I grilled down, what was your business? Do you have a business plan? Do you have this or that? What about this? And you answered all the questions.
Like I had the answers.
Yeah, you had the answers.
Just not the house.
You had the answers, just not the place. So let's go back to how you ended up with a building called the Family Room.
Mm-hmm.
You were originally a nurse or pediatric, or okay, you are a nurse. Okay,
yes.
so yeah.
Yes. So I've been a nurse for 17 years, and I work in home with pediatric patients, special needs, high needs. So I do that by night, and then I homeschool my 3 kids by day.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hold on, wait a minute.
When do you sleep?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to work out.
She's like, occasionally when I
do, you know, I have some help from family and things, so I squeeze in my hours.
Okay, no, hold on. No, you're gonna have to do some explaining. We're not gonna float past this. So wait a minute.
She's Superwoman.
You teach the kids during the day and you work at night. What are the hours at night?
So you'd be surprised. You can homeschool your kids in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
You don't need that huge window,
Oh,
right?
okay.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
So we kind of have right now until the business gets started, then we're going to have to shift our schedule a little bit, but I will come home around 6 a.m. and I can sleep until like 11, right? My kids are a little older now. So they wake up, they have
So you come home at 6 a.m?
Wow.
Yeah.
6
Not every day. I work 3 nights a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not every day.
Not every day. So we kind of have a good routine, and my job isn't crazy stressful. I'm like another mom to other kids.
Oh, okay. Something that you like to do already.
So I'm not running around the hospital like 12-hour shifts, you know? I'm in other people's homes. I'm taking care of their kids. I'm doing therapies with them, that kind of thing. So I have some downtime at work. I'm just part of other people's families.
So you're doing it at their house. You said.
I do in-home care.
Okay, so now I have more questions.
Always.
You're doing it in their house and you're doing it at night. Explain.
Yes. So I go in around 6 o'clock, and then I do all the bedtime routine and that kind of stuff, because my kiddos, I can't talk about specific needs.
Yeah,
but,
that's fine.
You know, they just have things that have to be made up, and medical stuff that has to be cleaned out, and all that stuff, and therapies that have to be done. So I get there around 6, and I do, you know, some of the physical things. And by 10 o'clock, the kids are doing their bedtime routine. And so I help with all of that. And then I stay there overnight to kind of answer any of the alarms, to change up feeding tubes, like all that stuff.
Okay.
So parents can just kind of check.
That was my question. Where's their parents with you?
So they're sometimes there and sometimes not.
Okay.
And then at nighttime, they'll come home. They work sometimes. And then they can come home and they check in and we hang out a little bit. But then 9 o'clock, they can just shut their door and go to bed and know that a nurse is on duty and they don't have to worry for those nights.
Gotcha. So is that something you originally wanted to do? Is that...
You know, when I was in nursing school, I said, I don't think I can ever work with kids.
Oh, that's what you said.
I did 20 years ago.
20 years.
I love that. Don't you love, like, you think you know, but you don't.
No, and I just mean, kids are my entire life. And I love it. I was going to work for hospice and I didn't get that job right out of nursing school. And I was devastated. And somebody reached out to me and they were like, we need a nurse for our son who's at home. He needs full care. He needs somebody to go to school with him. So I was like, okay, we'll do this for now. And I just fell in love with it.
So 20 years ago, you didn't like kids. You're like, heck,
look at you. Yeah. You know what? It was hard because I didn't want to work with sick kids.
Yeah, okay.
It could have a bad ending. But what I do is actually my kids are stable. So I'm just helping them live their best.
So that's what it was. It's not like you hated kids, right? Like I'm making it out to be. No, you didn't want to work with kids that may be terminally ill, like to have that heartache and that heartbreak.
Okay. That would be hard to see.
So now I just get to be like their other
Their
parents
best
that
friend.
takes
They're
care
like,
of
yeah, she's
them, and
here.
yeah, and we play, and I get to be goofy all day on my
Aw.
kids. They just love singing Disney music, and
Mhm.
They just want some attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just snuggles.
Oh,
Besides all the
so
medical
cute.
stuff, I get to just play. And
What are the
snuggle
age
and
ranges
give
of the
them.
kids that you?
I've had somebody as young as 18 months, and then as old as 13 years.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
But there's a big need in this community for
Mm.
nurses that do what I do. A lot don't want to do it.
they don't want to
Yeah.
do it. It's kind of the.
No.
Why do you think if it's not the terminally ill?
I think when you're in nursing school, it's not something that's even talked about. Like,
Oh,
a
wow.
I've
need
never heard of
for
it.
Right.
Wow.
So a lot of people go to nursing school and they're like, I'm either going to work in the hospital, a nursing home,
Mhm.
hospice is presented to you, but these families are just kind of completely on their own.
Yeah.
There's so many families in this town that have no nurses,
Mhm.
and they're just burnout and
Yeah.
they can't work, and they're it's just like a cycle they get stuck in. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I love it. It's a great job. So I always try to promote it when I know a kid
Yeah.
is in need of a nurse.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why more
And
people
maybe
don't
they
do
feel
it.
like they're like a bad parent if they have someone come spend the night. Like they're not doing the
well,
parent
the parents
duty.
are looking for nurses.
Yeah,
They
okay.
want the nurses. It's the nurses that don't want to do the job.
Yeah, maybe it's the hours.
Yeah,
maybe being away
it
from their
could
own
be.
kids. Like, but I mean, you seem like you have a heart of gold. So
Thank you,
it seems
thank
easy
you.
for you.
I just think a lot of people don't know about it, and they don't know.
Yeah,
the benefits.
we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't
And
know
it's
there
really
was such
flexible.
a need.
I get to make my own schedule, right? So
Nice.
I just,
That's the
I can
best.
be there this day I usually work 12-hour shifts just so
Okay.
I can do activities plus bedtime. Let
Yeah.
the parents have a rest.
So then you roll home
Then I
6
roll
a.m. and
home.
you roll into bed.
And I pass out for a little bit. And then my kids wake up. They kind of do their morning routine. We wake up. We have time together. We do our reading or whatever we're going to do for that day. We go on outings. We belong to a couple of homeschool co-ops.
Mhm.
I run a nature co-op besides opening the family room. So we do that on
You're
Fridays.
busy. Yeah. That's cool.
I like to play and hang out with the kids. I think like people are like, how do you do it? I'm like, it's really just all fun. There's
Yeah.
I don't have to go into an office. I
Yeah.
don't have anything stressful.
Yeah.
I'm really just playing all
Yeah.
day. I get to be a big kid with my kids. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to have some flexibility with all of this in the course that you've chosen life.
Yeah.
So homeschooling your kids, was that always important?
No, my son, who's now about to be 18, he was in private school until 5th grade.
Okay.
And then COVID happened.
Hmm.
And that just like shifted everything, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just shifted my mindset on a lot of things because we were forced to change our schedule. So I used to work during the day and I had to change. I had to find new patients so it could fit into our schedule.
Mm.
And just being home with my kids, I was like, why wasn't I doing this?
Yeah.
Like it was really rewarding and we got a lot of stuff done and I was able to find specific things that they were
Mhm.
interested in. And we made just a beautiful community here. Like the homeschool
Mm.
community is wonderful.
I love that.
Yeah, you get to know the parents. And
Mhm.
so then you feel good with your kids being with their friends and their parents. And
Yeah.
we do field trips. We do life together.
So where are you from originally?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when did you end up here in Yuma?
So I got married really young.
Hmm.
It's
What's really
beautiful.
young?
19
Uh-huh.
to my high school sweetheart. And we
Oh.
moved here. He was in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So the Marine Corps
Yeah.
brought me here. And it was hard adjusting to Yuma. Very, very different than New Jersey.
That's for
And
sure.
I said, as soon as we were done, I was heading back. But then I got used to
Oh.
it. Like the slow lifestyle, the people here are beautiful.
Yeah.
I went to nursing school here at AWC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
right
yeah,
on.
we've been here for 21 years. So
You've been here 21 years.
Wow.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been here longer than I was in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So,
So
you're basically
is your home.
Yeah,
This
you're
is
a
my
human
home.
now.
You're a
Yeah.
human.
Yep. Yeah. I started going to AWC, got my nursing degree here, had my son, and we stuck.
Created life here.
Yeah. We
So you
started life here.
homeschool, and I love that you're like, it only takes like 3 hours a day. People
I
think
mean,
it's probably
really,
all day.
Yeah. People think, I could never do that. But in reality, and you take turns with your kids and you go on
Yeah.
special outings that, incorporate whatever you're learning. And it's
Sure.
just a beautiful, flexible.
And this was a
Okay.
result of the time we all referred to as COVID.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's what we call it, even though that was the element, the sickness. But during COVID, there's either like tragedy stories or yours was like a whole lifestyle shift,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? That turned into something positive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was hard at first. It's like, what the heck are we
Yeah.
gonna do?
Mhm.
Like, we have to adjust our jobs. I don't know what to do with
Mhm.
these kids. I never thought I would homeschool.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it just, the society tells you it's so hard. It's so hard. How can you do that and work? But you actually get to slow down.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if you have a day where you're not feeling good,
Yeah, it's okay.
take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Read a book in your bed. It's okay. It's all good.
So what'd you do? You started like researching like best homeschool like curriculum. Like, how does that look?
So I'm a little bit of a different kind of homeschooler called an unschooler.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of
Oh,
that?
No, I
yes,
haven't.
I have.
Okay, so I don't use a very specific curriculum. I follow like my children's needs. And I was introduced to this by my sister, she has her master's in early childhood education and has worked in preschools,
Oh, okay.
but really saw the benefit of like child-led learning.
Okay.
So I could talk about this forever. Let's make it short. So really, I just have to be really tuned into my children and what their needs are and what their interests are. So like I have one daughter who loves science. So got her
That's what
into
you
a
do.
beautiful science class. I have another daughter who needed a little bit of extra help reading and social stuff. So she has a micro school we found for her.
Okay.
My son, he's into technology. So he's actually taking classes out here for 3D animation and cybersecurity and all the things.
Wow.
So unschooling is really not sit down with specifics, but whatever they're interested in the moment and sit down and focus on.
And how do you ensure they're still learning to read, write, and do all of those
It's
things? Because
amazing.
that's one of the biggest things people that don't like unschooling say, like,
Yeah.
well, how are they learning math and their colors and reading? So how did you ensure that?
It's interesting. And I was terrified of this at
Yeah.
first, right? Like my sister introduces to me and I'm like, I think you're a little crazy. But I was like, what? My girls were young when we started, 3 and 5. And
Okay.
I'm like, I can't really mess them up that much. If we try it out for a year, right?
Sure.
Like they're not going to get off track or whatever we call on track. And so it's just really interesting. We read together every day. We bake together where you're incorporating math skills. We go on
Wow.
field trips where they're seeing the world. They're learning the social skills of talking to people out in the world. And it's amazing. My 7-year-old just taught herself to read. Like
wow.
by reading.
Because she was interested in something.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
It wasn't forced. So
Not
maybe her brain
forced.
latched on and was like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is great. I love this. So she absorbed it all.
Yeah.
Because I have definitely heard a lot about unschooling and people love it or hate it, but I've always been interested in it.
Yeah. And I was, like shaky for a while and I was like, oh my gosh, we did it. And they're like, really, they're doing it. And they're thriving and they have beautiful friendships. And,
Wow.
we do all the things. We read together as a family.
Very neat.
And yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. And
Yeah.
I know we're here at AWC, so I love you, AWC.
Oh, yeah, of course, school's great.
But I've always been an unschooler.
Yeah.
So I was since day one. I don't like school. So anyway, that's just like, it's like anything
But-
that.
Yeah. Isn't it cool though that if you get to follow your lead, like even as adults, like if I don't know something, I just learn it.
That's
Yeah.
And when their brain is at a certain maturity level, they can do it. So my 10-year-old
Mhm.
now is like really getting interested in math and math facts. And I've never really pushed it, but she picks it up
Yeah.
so much faster than a 7-year-old where
Yeah.
they're forcing it. Right. And
Yep.
then she went through, a whole workbook
Wow.
and she was like, oh, I got this. She
Yeah.
didn't need that. Right. And then
Yeah.
my son,
She was
he's
ready.
been unschooling for a few years. And then he's like, I really want to do 3D animation. So he came out here, enrolled in classes, and he's
Cool.
loving it because it's not,
Forced.
right. And he
Yeah.
even did the English and the math he had to catch up on, a little bit,
Mm.
but it was motivated.
Yeah, he was.
By
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
he was
to do the
motivated
next
to do
class,
it.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That. No, I like that
And
concept a
learning
lot.
so much.
Yeah.
I know it can be controversial, but I like to let them have their own
And not
terms
everything
with
has
some
to be
structure.
controversial.
Yeah.
You just talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, controversy works for radio, so let's keep it controversial.
right, you
No, I'm just
guys.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Nothing
All right,
else.
and we're gonna come back. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna find out how unschooling led to this thing called the Family Room and when it's going to open. We'll be back with Jennifer Crain. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Today's day sponsor is the Reek family, wishing Stephen Reek a very happy 28th birthday. They say, Stephen, you are a wonderful son, awesome brother, amazing uncle, and a kind and gentle spirit. In the words of Thich Nhat Hanh, the most precious gift we can offer anyone is our attention. When mindfulness embraces those we love, they will bloom like flowers. Thanks, Stephen, for always nurturing.
This is folk singer Michael Jonathan. Join us on this wonderful radio station as we celebrate the music of America's front porch. With husband and wife Americana duo, the Weary Ramblers, plus Tulsa troubadour John Moreland, and an amazing Wood Songs kid. All of this and more on this week's broadcast of the Wood Songs Old Time Radio Hour.
Tuesday evening at 7 on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
The city of Yuma presents Tacos and Tunes, Yuma's annual food and music festival on Main Street, October 3rd and 4th. Along with multiple taco chefs vying for awards, the 2-day event will include a variety of live music performances, a classic car show, and a michelada contest. Event schedule and information at yumaaz.gov/events.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We're here talking to Jennifer Crain about the family room and some unschooling. So how did unschooling and then having your kids in homeschool lead to this place called the family room? Was it like you're looking around and there was a need, or there was something that we get like, wait a minute, if I had this, this would be great?
I think it started when I began homeschooling, and we found this beautiful group of people, and we didn't really have a place to go, right? Like we would meet at the park, but then it's too hot. And
so is that like the co-ops you're talking about? Or?
So there's co-ops. We have a nature co-op now that meets once a week, but we were just kind of meeting just for like play dates.
Sure.
And to meet up and talk about what we were doing with our kids, you know, and sometimes we would bring science experiments to do, but nothing official. And so me and my sister started dreaming, and we wanted to buy this house that actually looked like a big castle out in the county. So I don't know if you know about it, but this was so many years ago. We're like, we're going to buy that and make that our unschooling.
It's an Airbnb.
Yes, I think it is. But anyway,
a castle?
That was
it's a castle that you could go. Yeah, it's
I gotta Google this.
Yeah, well, you could Google it. Go on Airbnb. You could stay there in a castle and be a queen and have a crown and tell Bo like,
I wanted
hey,
that to be our unschooling house. And we were going to have like the Children of the Round Table and stuff. Anyway, that was our original dream. But we just trying to figure out homeschool and enough. I didn't have enough community to kind of build that up to what I needed it. So we started some co-ops and all different classes and things, but there's still not really a hub to meet up. And this isn't just for homeschoolers either. It's just for the community. I see so many moms on Yuma Moms Unite, like a Facebook page, and they're always like, I have this 3-year-old and we really need to meet people. What should I do? And it's like, meet at a park with random strangers. You know, it's just so
kind of
weird, and you don't want to have them at your house. So that's kind of the dream behind the family room, is making it like a homey feel, that everybody's welcome and you can come as you are, let your kids play, hang out for the day, and just make friends and have a community.
So but let's go back to this. So like you were like, okay, I get the concept of it, but was there like such a need for you as well? Or is it a need like your other people are telling you this whole thing? I wish I had something like this.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. We started a play group like 4 years ago, just a community play group, me and my sister. And we just had so many people, and it was free to the community out at Joe Henry Park. And we would set up open-ended things. So I'm always, a fan of unschooling, which is just open-ended things. You set out all the activities and the kids
see what happens.
Right.
So they gravitate towards whichever one they want.
We called it Not Just Play. And it was because it's not just play, right? Like the kids are learning through this. So that's kind of, where it all started, the community need. And I loved it. My kids got to meet all different kinds of families and people, and they took leadership in it and setting up and introducing things. And so as we're just going on, and now my kids are a little older, so I could take on a little bit bigger and go back to my original plan. It's not the castle, but it's beautiful. But yeah, we just have a huge community, and everybody is always just struggling for, what do we do today? There's a couple places in town, but it's not comfortable for the whole family, right? It's either you're following your kid around, or you're sitting at like a kind of a dirty corner, or it's just like really overstimulating, or the kids have to be super quiet, So there's not a place where kids can be kids and the parents can also have a space. And so that's why I created it.
Okay. So then you have this idea, and you want a castle because you want to be a queen.
And the castle's gone. Maybe one day.
The castle's gone. But then you have a concept, but business is business. Like I was talking to you when we first talked, you have to put together a business plan, and you got to figure out how much money, and then there's real estate involved. What was it like getting into that?
So I wanted something really big. And I did have to downsize.
A castle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I downsized from my castle dream. But no, when I first started and I was talking to you, I really ideally wanted a 3,500 to 5,000 square foot space. So the kids had a huge space
Ample
to
room.
run. And that is still my dream down the
Sure.
line. But I just pulled it back a little bit, and I now have a 1,500 square foot space that feels it's perfect. When I decided to make the switch to downsize, just because I wasn't getting the momentum I needed I was getting a lot, just not viral, right?
Exactly.
So I downsized to 1,500 square feet. People saw the space, they got excited. Now I have lots of interest. I'm so grateful for this community, but it's just rolling in like every day. So
this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You can always get bigger and bigger and better. And I think anything worthwhile takes time to grow.
And it feels good. I found a space. I needed a classroom space because we're going to do lots of workshops. I have lots of even nonprofits coming in to do free workshops there. I wanted a space where there was just lots of community, right? So I have a workshop space that people can use. And then I have like a family lounge with couches and chairs for people, board games, play zone. And then I have a timeout room where parents can actually shut the door for 20 minutes and have a massage in the dark. Yeah, I have fancy massage chairs. So,
you have massage chairs, not masseuses.
No, not masseuses, but they're very nice massage
So I actually already use timeout for myself. When I'm at home and I'm irritated with my kids, I go to my rocking chair in my bedroom and I lock my door. I sit there until I calm down because I don't want to be crazy.
Right.
So, but I need a massage chair is what you're telling me at home. That's what I want.
The massage chair is life-changing. Yeah. I always tell people like homeschooling is wonderful, but you still need to take care of yourself, which is also part of the dream. Like I want parents to take care of themselves. So we're even going to have workshops, for the adults, self-care things and, women's circles and stuff like that. And also know it's okay to step away. And then when you come out, you're going to be recharged for your kids.
Correct.
And you're going to be able to engage. You're going to want to sit down and play Uno for the 7,000th time,
Yeah.
Uno. Yes.
So what was the first thing you did? Was it a fundraising campaign to get people on board?
Yes, I did the Indiegogo campaign, and that got some attention. And then just posting a lot on Facebook and engaging with. I already had a pretty good community.
You had a good core of people because you've been here for a while. You have other groups, the co-ops. And
I've been running the co-ops and the play group, so we had a good group, and so it just kind of started spreading slowly. So I got the space, and I got more people excited, and so I feel really secure in the space now. We got a good buffer, and we've got it almost fully furnished. It's not perfect, I'm going to open, not perfect, and I'm going to be okay with that. I'm not usually, but I'm going to be okay with that.
Okay,
just little things.
It'll grow.
Decorations and stuff, but we have all the core things that we need. So
So what was it like when you're like, I got the building?
Oh, like unreal.
Yeah,
but also like I'm terrified.
Oh, okay.
All the emotions.
Unreal.
So excited. This was my dream, and I wrote in journals 5 years ago this dream in front of me. So
you manifested it.
Yeah.
So now you have it, and now there's time to do work. That's the terrified feeling. Now I got to show up.
Yeah. But no, I'm excited. I have my, my closest friends coming next week for our VIP soft opening. So we'll see how it all flows and how the kids all like the stuff, and they can give me suggestions on what I need. But I have, I have a little tween space. So the older kids have their own space, with their own games and fidgets and bean bags and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, yeah. So
are you going to have drinks or anything?
And I have a self-serve tea and coffee bar right now.
Cool.
So we got a Keurig and we got a tea kettle.
She was talking about.
No, I don't drink. So that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh, drink. No.
I don't drink though. Yeah. I meant coffee. I don't drink coffee either.
Just say coffee next time.
Okay. Well, I actually don't drink coffee either.
Oh, we have tea.
I just drink water. I'm
there's
boring.
Yeah, there's nothing we could do to keep her happy. Just water, and then that's
water and the bean bag. I'm good.
I do enjoy just water too. I have to have my coffee in the morning though, and then I want to have somebody come out and teach about all the different herbs that I'm going to have in my teas and things, because there's a lot of benefits to, all the herbs. So that's going to be something
I feel like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Of what you could teach and grow and learn. So this is a beautiful idea.
It's been fun. As soon as I had the space, and then I announced anybody want to teach in the space, I just kind of put it out there. I had no idea, but I got probably 20 responses the first day. Yeah. Not everybody signed up, they needed to come see the space and see if there was enough room, but yeah, we have a good variety for September and more people are coming in, for, trying to figure out what else they can do in the space. So
where are you located? When are you opening? And how do people find out more info?
I'm allowed to tell you this?
Yeah, go ahead. I said
spill the beans.
Okay.
Let's talk.
So I'm at 2855 South 4th Avenue Suite 104. I'm
Mhm.
right across the street from the old Hastings. If anybody's
Oh,
been here
we
that
miss and love
long.
Hastings.
I know. Right down the street from the trampoline park, like a block away.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Very
so we
smart.
have a lot of good stuff around us.
Mhm.
And like right next to the Walgreens, across from all the stores. My son walked across the street to all the stores the other day. And we are opening. You said, when are we opening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grand opening is September 9th at 10 a.m. And we're going to be open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, and then Wednesday and Thursdays we're staying open until 7, so we can get
Okay.
a little bit more of the after school crowd. And then Saturdays, I'm trying to think my days. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're closing at 5.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Congrats.
Yes,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
Good luck with everything. I appreciate you coming on and what you're doing for the kids
That's right.
here in the community. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
And with that, What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, Anthony Arnales, Juan Garcia, Dave Reek, and say happy birthday to Cecilia.
Happy birthday, Cecilia. And you can find out more about KAWC at kawc.org, on Facebook at KAWC Radio, and on the KAWC app. And stay tuned following our program for KOFA Midday Music.
And on our next program, we're going to be joined by Michelle Sims. She is the Dean of Economics. We're going to talk about the new marketing degree here at AWC and some folks from the Eagles.
Ralph and Sherry.
Yep.
And you can listen to the podcast version of our program and past episodes at kawc.org/podcast/whatsupyuma, and email us at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
All right. So thank you again. Appreciate you.
I'll be by for the massage chair.
Yes, come by.
See you guys tomorrow.
What's Up Yuma with Johnny Porter is sponsored by Yuma Electric Service, LLC, serving the Yuma area for more than 25 years. YumaElectricServiceLLC.com.
You are tuned to KOFA Yuma, Border Radio, 94.7 FM and 1320 AM. We can also be heard with the KOFA app and at kawc.org. We have been a service of Arizona Western College since 1970.
Thank you to the many local businesses that support Border Radio and help make the music possible. If you have a business that would like to include Border Radio in your marketing mix, we're here to provide a customized program for you. Call us at 877-838-5292 or visit borderradioaz.org for more information.
Hello, I'm Chris Berry.